The great sport of boxing, a mainstay in the sporting world, is one of man's greatest achievements. Think about it, you can sit down and watch two dudes beat the living shit out of each other for like $50, it's great. And boxing has inspired many other things as well, from movies to different sports to the Hoover Dam, it's done it all. Some of the world's most famous athletes of all time were boxers, Muhammad Ali to Mike Tyson to Jake Paul, just to name a few. And what do you do when a form of media is insanely popular? You turn it into a video game. Boxing video games have been around for decades. Games like Punch-Out took over arcades in the living room and are so much fun to play. There are tons of different boxing games, too many to count, some good, some bad, but there's no doubt in my mind that they deserve a place in gaming. And one of my favorite boxing games, hell, one of my favorite games is Fight Night Champion. Released in 2011, this game was the final installment in the Fight Night series, a series of boxing games made by EA. And I love this game. Over the years, I've played this to death. But recently, I started wanting more. I mean, there's only so much you can get out of a 12-year-old boxing game. So I decided to go to my best friend, the Xbox Marketplace, and look for some new boxing games. And one specifically caught my attention. That was this game, Retro Punch. Developed by Moonlight Studios, the description says you can fight without leaving home. I bought it. 99 cents is the cost, so I'm not breaking the bank buying this game, so overall, not a risk for me. I think. Here we go, let's load into Retro Punch and we're immediately met with our title screen. Sorry, our play screen. There's no title on the screen at all, which isn't the worst thing of all time. Sonic Forces had a title on the screen and it turned out to be horrible, so it doesn't mean the game's gonna suck. On the play screen, we're also met with Boxer McGee, our first opponent. Loading into gameplay and they give us some controls, A to punch and B to defend. Pretty simple. Alright, let's do this. Round one, baby, let's go! Moving side to side. Oh, and he went backwards. Now I gotta move forward to go after him and oh boy. So here we are with our first major design flaw. You can't move forward or backward. Only side to side, which, pardon my language, but it sucks ass! It creates these moments in the game where there's no action at all because neither of you two can reach each other. And why can Boxer McGee move forward and backwards but I can't? That's not fair! But other than that, so far there's nothing I can really complain about. It kind of feels like a Flash game, just trying to hit the guy as much as possible, but a really slow one at that. But let me just say a couple of my nitpicks. Number one, I hate the defending. So in games like Fight Night Champion, you can hold a block on someone for as long as you want, as long as you hold down the button. But in this game, if you hold or press the button to defend, it only stays for like 3 seconds. So you essentially have to keep pressing the button over and over again, which, like, sorry, but it's not that great. And also throughout the fight, Mr. McGee over here kept punching the air, which led me to ask the question, is he just punching for fun? So I decided to do a little experiment. I would sit in the corner for an entire fight and see if he went to me and targeted me. He did not. So, Boxer McGee is just set in a predetermined moving pattern. That's weird. I don't really like that, man. It makes the game boring and predictable. Like, why? I finally got done my fight with Boxer McGee and, oh, he's the only fighter. There's only one boxer in the entire game other than you, and also only one difficulty, so after you play one fight, it just gets super repetitive. It's clear that in some ways, this game took inspiration from Punch-Out, but I really doubt that Moonlight Studios made this game because they had a passion for game creation, and more because they had a passion for sex, money, and board games. But in all honesty, playing this game makes me feel like I'm going through pain, suffering, and last but not least, death. This game is just simply not good. It's boring, it's slow, it's agonizing, it's useless, it's bad. I'm done with this game, man. Screw it. It's just not good. Play the goddamn outro.